Hi, I'm Randy Kurtz, here for Body and Base for the ISB, and our stretch of the month isn't actually going to be a stretch this month, but rather more of a prevention tip. I've had some questions about some back pain and some low back pain and some butt pain, so we're going to address these now by talking about a seated position when playing the upright bass. So in this position, first of all, I think many people are probably playing on stools, more of the old-fashioned type. I know you can get more of an ergonomic type of a chair now from Lemur Music, if you go check their site. However, a lot of people in a lot of situations, whether at practice or whether with your particular group or ensemble or orchestra or what have you, may have the old-fashioned stools yet. So we'll be talking from that perspective. So the first thing to think about in this situation is when you're sitting down, you want to sit down on the stool in such a way that your feet are flat on the floor and your legs are at an angle to accommodate the instrument. You can't have them too splayed out, and you can't have your legs at more of a 90-degree angle because then the instrument obviously won't be able to fit there. So what we want to do is, first of all, make sure the seat is at the right height. In this case, I happen to have a seat that rotates that will go to that right height. If you don't, you may have to make some accommodations. Maybe putting a cushion on the chair, or maybe putting some stools, classical pedals rather, under your feet. But usually you'll be able to get by with a cushion on the seat, which is helpful anyway for purposes of discomfort. So what we want to try and do is, again, have the feet flat on the floor. Too many times people will either start out with one side or the other on the rung of the stool, or will go there after a while due to discomfort. When you do that, your pelvis shifts, your back muscles tighten up, and you will have discomfort in your low back. For example, if I'm sitting here on the side and I take this side, the right side in this case, and put it up, now all of a sudden my pelvis is shifting to the side, my back is turning, these muscles are tightening, and also this is going to affect the way that I hold the instrument. My arm will come out more this way, and perhaps my wrist angle will be at a different angle as well, which will cause discomfort as we've talked about in the past. If I go with the left leg, such as in this situation, again, you can see my posture alters suddenly and incorrectly, and also will get worse as I continue because I'm going to lean more in that direction. So first of all, I'm leaning like this, and now the instrument is going to have to be turned a certain way as well, which is going to cause a bad angle for my wrist and also for these muscles to tighten up. So when sitting on a stool, these are the important things to consider. Another thing is to have a cushion to put on the seat, so you'll put it like so, and that makes it more comfortable, obviously, for your butt that has to sit on these stools for a while. When you do sit, you don't want to sit on the edge of the stool like this. What happens then is there's a muscle that goes across the butt called the piriformis muscle. This muscle goes from here, the greater trochanter of the femur, to here, the sacral base, and goes across the butt like this. This is also called base porn, as well as the piriformis muscle. Anyway, this muscle tightens up and constricts and presses against the sciatic nerve, which goes down the leg, and which is what many people present with problems when they have problems with pain or radiation down the leg. A lot of times practitioners will tell them it's in the low back when it's really coming from the butt. So if it's coming from the butt, tell your practitioner that's where it's coming from. Also, don't have something in your back pocket. Many times people will have wallets or similar things in their back pocket. When that happens, they will sit on them. That, again, will press into that muscle, causing that constriction of the piriformis muscle, pressing on the sciatic nerve, and pain going down the leg. So these are a few of the things to consider when playing in the seated position, And thanks for your questions. Thanks for your time. I'm Randy Kurtz. Happy Thanksgiving. See you next time. So long.